I think if you're gonna do something a lot, you should try to do it in the most comfortable and best way possible, whether it's for work or fun or whatever. I spend a lot of time at a desk. So in this video, I'm gonna be going over the gear that I chose, the choices that I made, and the tools that I use to create my ultimate setup. Okay, every setup starts with a computer, but there's a lot of different computers. So when you're choosing one, it really depends what you're going to be using it for. For example, if you're really into gaming, then a powerful Windows desktop computer would probably be ideal. But for this setup, gaming wasn't my main focus. My main focus was scripting and editing videos like these, and watching shows and movies the way they were meant to be seen, all at a semi-affordable cost. As someone who uses an iPhone and an iPad, I can truly appreciate the Apple ecosystem. So it just made sense that I would go with a Mac. But there's a problem. Macs are expensive. The starting price of an all-in-one iMac is $1,300. And a MacBook Pro is $1,600, so an all-in-one or laptop might not be the answer. Okay, there's the Mac Studio, but that's even worse. But there is one computer in Apple's lineup that doesn't share the same expensive pricing scheme. This is Mac Mini. It has a tiny 5x5-inch aluminum chassis, the powerful but power-efficient M4 chip, and pretty decent I/O, all for $599, or since I'm a student, $499, which kind of seems too good to be true, and it is. You see, if you don't upgrade the Mac Mini, if you just get exactly what it comes with for $499, it does have issues. For example, only 256 gigabytes of storage, which for your main desktop computer is like an insanely low amount of storage. And because of its tiny size, it's lacking some ports, like a full-size SD slot and a USB port for a mouse. And I think I know how to get around these issues without upgrading, but I'll get to that later. Okay, we have the computer, but what's it gonna go on? What's everything gonna go on? We need a desk. Well, this video's sponsor, Flexispot, actually sent me what I think is one of the best desks that you could buy. It's called the Flexispot E7 Plus, and there are 3 things about it that I think make it one of the best desks. Okay, so the E7 Plus is a sit-stand desk, which means in a matter of seconds, I can go from sitting, focused, to standing, still focused. But here's the thing, most of the standing desks on the market have only 2 legs, but the E7 Plus has 4 legs, meaning its weight is distributed across more of the frame. As a result, the E7 Plus has much greater stability while lifting and lowering, especially at higher heights. I'm gonna actually stand on this desk to show you how strong it is at its maximum height. I pretty much jumped off of it at max height and it barely wobbled. Okay, I even got a glass of water that's filled to the brim, and I'm pushing against the desk with my entire body, and it's still not spilling. I also tried, the bang test, but that didn't make much of a difference. I was able to make shots like these that look like motion control shots. I just set objects on the desk and filmed them, and they look really cool after they're stabilized. Don't get me wrong, there are other 4-leg standing desks on the market, but they're normally priced over $1,000. So the E7 Plus gives you a more budget-friendly option while giving you nearly the same experience. And right now, Flexispot is doing some mega sales. So don't miss out on the chance to get your own E7 Plus premium standing desk. And if you have a limited budget, you could choose the E7 Premium Desk. If you do pick something up, you can leave a note saying Asher Dipri at checkout. And you can use the code YTE7P50 for an extra $50 off. That would mean a lot and would really help support the channel. Flexispot is also a socially responsible company, so they offer discounts to military, students, doctors, and more. Right now, below this video, there's a link that you can see to check out everything Flexispot has to offer. Okay, we've got an awesome desk, we've got a computer, and now we need monitors. I really wanted a dual monitor setup, which means I could be working and in the zone, locked in on the main monitor, but on the side, still have something going on like music, a video, but mainly just Discord. For the main monitor, the whole focal point of the setup, 3 things were important to me: resolution, color accuracy, and a low cost. In a perfect world, I'd go with something like Apple's Studio Display, which has a built-in FaceTime camera, 5K resolution, and incredible speakers, but it's not a perfect world, and I needed something a bit cheaper. So for my main monitor, I chose the 32-inch LG ultrafine display. It has 4K resolution, shows up to 95% of the P3 color gamut, which basically just means it can show a lot of colors, and has built-in speakers, which aren't great, but if you don't have headphones, they work. The viewing angles are decent, and the display has sort of a matte finish, so reflections aren't as harsh. But my secondary monitor, you can get at some places for just $60. Probably because this thing is a honker. It's about 8 years old, it's got these super thick bezels, 1080p resolution, not so great color accuracy, but that's okay because it's $60, and for that price, it's actually pretty great, because like I said before, I'm not using it for anything super important. It's just for controlling my music and Discord, sort of a companion to my main monitor. But whenever I listen to audio, I want it to sound good, not from the speakers in my monitor. So I had to choose headphones and room speakers. Look, I've tested a good amount of headphones, but I think I've come across a pair that's wireless, has great battery, is super light, sounds incredible, and of course works great with my ecosystem. This is AirPods Pro 2. Look, I get they're not like studio headphones, and it's sort of commonplace for people to talk about how great these headphones are, but honestly, I think that's just because it's true. They're obviously really light because they're in-ear earbuds, and for my ears, they're pretty comfortable. They don't fall out or anything. And efficiency is also a really big deal. When I'm listening to audio, it has great battery life, and when I'm not listening to audio and they're just sitting in my ears, the battery barely drains at all. Alright, these are the headphones, but what about for the entire room where I'm not necessarily at my desk, but still want to listen to music and have it sound good? Maybe I'm kind of going over the top with the whole ecosystem thing, but I really like everything to work together. So I chose not one, not two, but 3 HomePod minis. They let you do this really cool thing where you can combine 2 of them to create a stereo pair. So whenever you listen to music, it works just like stereo speakers, where the right channel goes to one and the left channel goes to the other. And I put the 3rd HomePod at the back of my room, so whenever I play audio on all 3 of them at the same time, it sounds like audio is coming from all directions. HomePod Mini is pretty affordable at $99 for having great sound quality and some pretty cool ecosystem features, like whenever I touch my phone here, it just transfers the music to the HomePod and vice versa. Okay, we have the computer, we have a desk, we have monitors, we have audio. Those are the essentials. Those are the bare minimum of what makes a setup a setup. But there are a few more things that make my desk not just more unique, but give quality of life experiences. They don't really fit into a category, so I'll just call them desk accessories. Okay, probably the most interesting part of my setup is this right here. It's called the Wokiest Retro Docking Station for M4 Mac Mini. It might look like a gimmick, but hear me out. Okay, remember what I said earlier, how the M4 Mac Mini has issues like a lack of ports and a lack of storage. Well, this accessory actually fixes those. There's a bunch of ports, both on the front and back, like Type-C, 2 different kinds of SD slots, USB, HDMI, like a ton. And on the back, there's an M.2 SSD slot, so you can add your own expandable storage for like way cheaper than Apple offers. You can also pop off the bottom and slide it on top of the Mac Mini, and then it acts as an external display. You can put the weather app, the calendar app, or my personal favorite, music, and you can have your lyrics show up. It's really nice and cozy. All right, now we got the mouse and keyboard, or as some people call them, peripherals. All right, let's start with the keyboard. It's nothing special. It's an old Magic keyboard, which means you have to put batteries in it instead of charging. Okay, honest thoughts when it comes to this is it's nothing special. It's not incredible, but I've gotten used to typing on it and there's nothing wrong with it, so there's really no incentive to upgrade. But I am a pretty big fan of the mouse. It's a pretty affordable option called the Logitech G305. It has low latency, the battery lasts forever, it has customizable side buttons, you can change the speed. It's just a good mouse all around. But there is one more thing. I needed a perfect place to put and charge my phone while I'm working. Because when you look at most setups, you'll see some sort of charging solution, whether that be a MagSafe dock or just a cable running up from behind the desk. But I think I found the perfect place to put and charge my phone while I'm working. You might have seen this standby mode dock before. It's a 3D printed project designed by this YouTuber called Scott Yuhan. I'm a big fan of his work, and he also shares that clean, white, minimal taste. People in the community have modified his 3D printing projects to work with various sorts of iPhones, even when they have the case on. Since I use Apple's clear case with my iPhone 16 Pro, I 3D printed out a dock that was meant specifically for that. So then I can pop an Apple MagSafe charger right in here and an Apple Watch charger that slides up into the top. So now I can pop my phone into here and it automatically switches into standby mode. And I can just put my AirPods on top and they charge. And one of the coolest parts is that whenever you want to take your phone out, there's this push lever along the top. So you can just, and you're good to go. Down below, you'll find links to all the products listed in this video, as well as a link to the Discord community if you want to come hang out. And Flexispot, thank you so much for sponsoring this video and making it all possible. I love the desk, and you guys should definitely go check it out for yourself. Subscribe for more high quality videos on tech.